If you're a high-earning man over 35 and you still don't look the way you want in a suit or your favorite clothes, then that changes right now. Today, I'm giving you the exact workout that sculpts a body that looks powerful in a suit. The same workout blueprint used by the trainers of Daniel Craig for Casino Royale, Chris Hemsworth from Thor, and Brad Pitt for Fight Club. I've spent 8 years studying, refining, and implementing this exact workout, transforming busy men over 35 into lean, athletic, muscular bodies they can maintain year-round. This workout has already worked for my clients like Kevin, Craig, James, Jamie. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive in. Before I show you the workout, you need to understand why you don't look the way you want in a suit anymore. Because it's not that you're lazy, it's not that you're not working hard enough, it's because nobody gave you the right blueprint. Let me explain. When it comes to looking powerful in a suit, it comes down to 3 specific muscle groups. Number 1 is the chest, specifically the upper chest. Because a soft chest, it makes the suit look saggy and it gives a non-athletic look. But on the other hand, a fuller upper chest, it fills out your suit like it was designed to. And you walk into a room projecting confidence before you even say a word. Number 2 is 3D shoulders, specifically the side delt, which most men completely neglect. The side delt of the shoulders is the thing that's going to amplify a V-shaped body. It's going to give you more of a broader frame. It's the most important muscle group in my opinion. It amplifies your look in a suit. You want a shoulder line that takes up space in a room. 3, the back, the most underrated muscle group out of the 3. A well-developed back creates presence, posture, and a commanding look from every angle, not just from the front. You cannot hide underdeveloped shoulders or a weak back in a Tom Ford jacket or a Brunello Cucinelli suit. But when all 3 of these muscle groups are developed together, you will look extraordinary in all your favorite clothes. Humans judge energy and presence within seconds, and the V-shape is one of the strongest visual signals for authority and dominance. I learned this the hard way. I spent most of my life fluctuating between skinny fat, and at times almost fat. I never really dialed in the training part. I was always yo-yoing from one extreme to the other. I was doing endless cardio thinking I get lean. I was training tons of arms, tons of abs, and completely neglecting the muscle groups that actually make you look amazing in clothes. I didn't see the results and it left me tired, frustrated, and I genuinely believed that I'd never get the physique I wanted. But it wasn't until I understood this workout that everything changed. If you're stuck right now, you're probably making the same mistakes I did. Training for endurance when you want muscle. Focusing on the wrong muscle groups because nobody told you what actually matters. Now here's the exact workout that Daniel Craig used for Casino Royale, Chris Hemsworth for Thor, and Brad Pitt for Fight Club. Men who just look amazing in a suit, but also even better without a t-shirt. They have followed 5 core exercises to build this frame. And yes, the Chris Hemsworth beard is a part of that formula, so hopefully my Norwegian Viking genetics will catch up to that one soon. Now, elite trainers keep coming back to these 5 core exercises for one specific reason. They work. You might have done them before, but the difference is that these 5 exercises should be the foundation of your training, the trunk of a tree that never moves. Number 1 is going to be incline bench press for the upper chest to fill out the suit jacket. Number 2 is going to be lateral raises, specifically isolating the side delt, which most men ignore. Most men default to shoulder press, when in reality, you want to isolate this side delt. That is what gives you a 3D look. Number 3 is going to be rows. That is for back thickness and a V-shaped body. That is what gives a powerful frame from the back and from the side. Number 4 is going to be squats. Now, before you think this one doesn't belong here, hear me out. You will not get bulky legs from squats unless you're training like a competitive bodybuilder who lives in the gym. That is just a false belief keeping men away from the most powerful exercise in existence. Squats are a hormone amplifier. They boost your testosterone more than any other exercise and indirectly will grow your shoulders. It will grow your back. It will grow your chest. Why? Because legs are the largest muscle group. When you load them heavily, your body enters into a metabolic state that makes everything else much more effective in your workout. Not to mention, squats are a longevity exercise. A large study published in the BMG followed nearly 9,000 men across 19 years. The men with the highest muscular strength, that is including leg strength, had a significantly lower risk of dying compared to the weakest men. And that was accounting with cardio fitness. The strongest men don't just look better, they live longer. So don't skip your leg days, guys. 5 is arm supersets, and it's incredibly simple. You just combine 2 exercises together with no rest time. An example is you can do dumbbell bicep curls and then you do tricep extensions right after. This, it shocks the muscle. It builds out toning, detail, and it fills out your weak points fast. Supersets are one of the most underused strategies to building a more lean, athletic, muscular body, and I'll show you how to use them in a moment. So here's the workout. You can do these 5 exercises in one session. Incline bench press, lateral raises, rows, squats, and arm supersets. Now this part may vary, but I recommend 3 sets between 8 to 12 reps, 3 sessions per week. That's it. That is your foundation, the one you keep coming back to week after week. These 5 exercises together are enough to start building the chest fullness, the 3D shoulders, and the V shape that makes a suit look incredible. You don't need 20 exercises. You need these 5 done consistently. Now, if you want to accelerate results even faster, there are 3 advanced techniques that you can layer into these 5 exercises. Arnold Schwarzenegger calls it shocking the muscle. The idea is simple. The more you can challenge and shock a muscle with new stimulus, the faster it grows. Here are the 3 techniques. Number 1 is supersets. There will come a point in your workouts where results will start to feel slower. This is called a plateau. Many men stay stuck in plateaus for months and even years because their body adapts to the workout stimulus. And what happens is they make a huge mistake. Out of panic, they swap out these 5 exercises that I just showed you. Don't do that. Instead, do what we did with Kevin. Start doing supersets. And just like I showed you earlier, you just combine 2 exercises where another example is you can be doing back rows and then you combine that with lat pull downs. No rest between. This shocks the muscle. It floods blood into the muscle with oxygen, with nutrients, and it actually expands the muscle fascia. That's the muscle back. You can see and feel the difference immediately. Keep in mind that Kevin is a pilot. He struggled a lot with structure, so he needed something potent. And supersets became a very effective tool for him to accelerate results without adding more time in the gym. Number 2 is drop sets. Now this one is a little bit different. Instead of combining 2 exercises together like supersets, you just need 1 exercise. An example can be the incline bench press. So how it works is you're just doing 1 set of the exercise. In this example, that can be incline bench press. After you finish the set, instead of resting for 2 to 3 minutes, take off 10 to 20% off the lifting weight. Then go back to the exercise and do another set straight after. Basically combining 2 sets in one with no rest time. This is another very powerful way to shock your muscle because your muscles usually are just ready to rest after this set. But then here you are adding more reps and adding another set with no extra rest time. So you are pushing past failure. And when you push past failure, you're breaking down more muscle fibers, you're increasing blood flow and oxygen, and you're forcing adaptation. Most men never do this stuff. No wonder your training feels boring, generic, and there's no spicy things in there to keep you going. This strategy worked very well for my client James because he had more of a skinny fat body type, just like me. So this one really helped him tone up and get more of that shredded look. Keep in mind, when it comes to these 3 strategies, it depends on where you're at in your journey on which ones you need. Because if you just add all of them at once, it might be too much for your body. So in this example with James, we had to also work a lot on his nutrition to speed up his results from his training. That made his muscles respond even faster. Number 3 is eccentrics. That means slowing down the lowering phase of any exercise. You want 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. In a study of a Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, it shows that the eccentric portion of a lift creates greater mechanical tension per muscle fiber, which is the key signal for muscle growth. It also makes lighter weight a lot harder, which is very useful if you're out traveling or have a very limited hotel gym with not a lot of heavy weights. It also reduces risk of injury. These 3 techniques work, but I want you to understand that applying them to every single muscle group for every session, that is a mistake. The timing, the volume, and the intensity, they all matter. This is just a small glimpse of how an intelligent system can evolve in your training. The men who continuously are making progress aren't just working harder. They are working within the system that keeps adapting with them. Before you go and apply these 5 exercises, there is something critical you need to understand. Because without this, these exercises will do nothing for you. And I mean that. Most men don't fail to get this physique because they don't know what exercise to do. They fail because life gets in the way of them doing these exercises long enough to compound. You need time for this exercise to do one thing: progressive overload. Getting stronger every week on the right muscle groups, that is how you build muscle fast and look powerful in a suit. But here's the problem for busy men with demanding careers and lifestyles. And I believe many of you are gonna relate to this right now. You do 3 weeks of incline press, something comes up, you switch. Lateral raises is going well, travel hits, you stop. You're building momentum with dumbbell rows. A stressful month derails everything. You're not giving these exercises the one thing that make them work: time. I had a client who was a finance professional in his early 50s, constantly traveling, regularly entertaining clients. He came to me having done 5 different programs. Every single one had worked for a couple of weeks, and there was actually one specific one that lasted 2 months. But the moment life got busy, everything got abandoned. For this finance professional, it was the same cycle every year. Push hard before summer, lost some fat, built some muscle, clothes started fitting better, then Amalfi for the holidays. Long dinners on the terrace, good wine, mornings at the water, golf in the afternoon. He deserved every second of that. But 2 months later, definition gone. Suit was tighter, progress erased, and he'd start all over again for the next year. A fat loss sprint before every single holiday where you'll push hard, you'll be disciplined, you'll see some results, fall off, repeat, and do it all over again. I've seen this pattern more times than I can count. So to help some of you, I've created something called the Executives Travel Playbook. It's specifically designed for business owners, executives, and just busy professionals who want to stay lean while traveling for work or going out on holidays. Link is in the description below. So here's my point. Most of you, I guarantee, do not have a discipline problem. You don't have an age problem. It's the absence of a system that keeps you on track when life does what life does. And here's what makes it harder after 35. Your metabolism is significantly more sensitive than what it was in your 20s. So if you live a lifestyle where 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night is quite common for you, or it's not too far of a stretch to say that you go 2 weeks without any training. You have a very demanding career, there's lots of stress involved, you have tons of responsibilities, and then you don't mind actually having a few good glasses of wine or good feed socially, maybe that's in Maldives, then you need something that supports that because your metabolism feels all of it a lot faster. And that's why many men over 35 either feel 1, that their body is not responding like it used to, or 2, they just lose the progress of definition very quickly. Add chronic stress on top, which is exactly what high performers carry, that decline accelerates even faster, which is why you need a system that works with your life, not one that falls apart the moment life happens. So let me leave you with this. The reason you're not looking the way you want right now in your favorite clothes or in a suit, it's not your effort. It's the blueprint you're not consistent with. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. The bodies you saw from Chris Hemsworth, Daniel Craig, and Brad Pitt, they didn't come from genetics or 500 burpees. They come from a blueprint around the same principles applied consistently with precision over time. I've been following these workout principles for 8 years. My clients follow them too. And the reason we're able to achieve a lean, athletic, muscular body, not just for summer and lose it by October, but something that we can maintain for the long term, is because we understand the strategy behind the look, not just the exercises. Now, obviously, nutrition and recovery plays a huge role here. And I even recommend you get your metabolism checked because that is the first thing we do with our clients. Because of things like age, stress, and unbalanced lifestyle. That being said, your body can dramatically change after 35. It just needs a different approach than what worked at 22. The men who look incredible in suits year round, they aren't luckier than you, they're not more disciplined than you, they have just been consistent long enough on the things that actually matter. Here's what's worth remembering. This isn't vanity. A body that looks powerful in a suit is a health signal. That is something to genuinely be proud of, and it's completely achievable after 35 with the right strategy. The goal isn't just to get there, it's to stay there for the rest of your life. Your favorite suit, collecting dust in the wardrobe, or your expensive clothes that almost fit but not quite, that ends now. Apply these 5 exercises, make them the foundation, and stay the course. If you enjoyed this one and you found this valuable, subscribe. We've already transformed 2,157 busy men, from the busiest CEOs, surgeons, to professionals who need to lose anywhere from 10 to 50 pounds. I've made it my life's mission to show you how to achieve a lean, athletic, muscular body that you can maintain for the rest of your life. I'll see you in the next one.